touch the sky. Oh.
Alright, y'all, so day 16. Alright, y'all, so day 16. Been having, I know you all have heard this before, but I've been having a really rough few days, mostly week, and it just has taken its toll on me completely. And absolutely. So I've been trying very hard to keep myself motivated and pushing through and just doing the things I know how to do. And yeah, my eyelashes are, most of them have fallen off. I need to go get them redone. Anyways, sorry. Sidetrack. So yesterday, which should have been my vlog for today. So yesterday was day 16. I was running around a lot and doing things, so I didn't get to film my vlog, but I did get to go meet my friend's baby, and my friend was my randomly placed roommate in college, and we have been best friends ever since. So I've known her most of my life, and she just, this, you know, it's been great to hold that baby. There's a lot of story, but it's not my story to tell, and it just felt amazing and great and wonderful, and I am so excited that I finally got to meet her. She's a week old, a little over a week now. And it just gives you that new kind of perspective on things and how little things don't matter. And sometimes we give too much attention to the little things that don't matter. And everything else kind of sorts itself out. So I'm prepping for Irving Marathon this week. It's supposed to rain, but it didn't really rain today. It's just kind of muggy and gross. I've just had a lot of meetings already today, and I have a lot of meetings tomorrow and the day after and Thursday, so I don't know how I'm gonna squeeze in a few runs outside of OTF, but I know I'm gonna show up to OTF because it's what keeps me sane, and I've noticed great progress on trying on clothes this morning because I did that too. So it got me excited to actually like love the body that I'm seeing in the mirror, which is rare. This week I do get to see the Slackers again. We do get to do our 10K. I'm hoping and shooting for that 105.55 or under. I'll be happy with a 107, but I really, really, really am trying to get that 105.55. So hopefully there's no heavy wind. If there is, I do have a backup plan. Hopefully it works. If not, then we get to try more races and eventually we'll get there. Hoping Disney announces the race, because now they've announced that the New York City Marathon is back on with a reduced field size, of course, but it's still 33,000 people, and that's exciting because that's a good amount of people. So that makes me really, really excited that Run Disney may be back. Also, super, y'all, I'm so tired. Yeah, so that's coming up. And then there's a little surprise towards the beginning of next month that I'm really excited about too. My nephew has his first communion on June the 5th. As the little one, and he's so cute. I love that kid. So I'm excited for him. Of course, with every event, I can't help but to miss my brother, their dad. So I'm sure it'll be bittersweet, but I know he's watching them. At least I want to think so. Because it just makes me smile. And he loved his boys so much. Like, I remember how he was with his boys, and there's so many pictures of him with his boys, and his boys were his world, and they were his motivation to keep pushing. So whenever he hated school or didn't want to go, whenever he thought about quitting school, because it was a lot for him to work and have 2 boys and a wife and school, he thought of them because he wanted them to be proud of him. And I remember like planning we used to call it his quinceañera, which was actually like it wasn't his quinceañera, but we kept saying his like graduation party would be his quinceañera. And it was like one of the best days I think that he had. He was so excited to graduate, so excited to have all his friends, and it was good. It was fun and wonderful, and yeah. So that was one of my favorite memories, was when he actually walked the stage, and you could tell he was proud of himself. He was such a like not make a big deal person. He was the person who was like, you don't need to share that, you don't need to put that up, like, why are you posting about that? Like, when people would post like, oh, my new car, or I went on this wonderful trip, and so there was like a very thin line between bragging and sharing, and he hated it when people would post like stuff that was similar to that. And so when he was in the hospital, we were afraid to let his friends know, because we're like, he's gonna be fine, and then he's gonna be mad that we made a big deal out of it. And like, we messaged our immediate family, but everyone else, like, we didn't really until later. And now we're glad we did, but it was like, that was the thought process going into messaging people. We were like, we don't know if he's going to be so upset that we told people. And he hated people like knowing, like making a big deal out of things. He's like, we don't need to make a big deal out of things that don't need to be made a big deal. So, that was one of the struggles we had, and we ended up messaging his friends, and luckily we did. Because we had friends of his there with us when everything was happening, and it was helpful. So, I don't know, it's like, he didn't like pictures. We always had to force him to take them, but he always took a picture with me. Like, anytime I asked him for one, he would take it with me. And now I'm glad I did, and I'm glad I took a video. And there's several New Year's shots where we kept, we being my little brother and I, kept like tracking him down and like taking pictures, and he didn't know what was going on. So he, like, all the selfies, he's like, because he's like, what are y'all doing? But it was just wonderful to have those memories and to have that story attached to it. So yeah, that's the 16th. I will do the 17th. Today's later today. For now, I'll see y'all later. Hope y'all are enjoying these. I know they're not fancy. I know I'm not in a fancy place. I know they're nothing grand. But I think they're helpful to me, and hopefully it'll get me through this month. So thank y'all for watching. For those that are watching, I appreciate it.